their acting, I felt at times the Jasjeet Singh, he wasn't like
he was really stiff.
Yeah, really stiff.
He looked quite
almost
stiff.
motionless.
Yeah.
And I think it worked in its favour because of the person he was depicting.
Yeah.
But I think at times when, for example, when the guy got up to go into the kitchen, I was looking at where he was, and he was just looking all over the place, and he wasn't. I don't know, maybe because it's an amateur film, maybe I don't know to criticise too much, but I just felt it was it lacked a bit of, I don't know, a bit of feeling around how he was portraying himself.
Yeah, his character seemed. He came in really straight faced.
Yeah.
He stayed really straight faced. Even when he was like, "I'm going to take revenge," and he's really still straight faced.
Yeah, I think when I felt a lot of tension as soon as he opened the door.
Yeah,
you could tell he was there for, like, I don't know, he was angry
for a purpose.
And I think from a person who's trying to act like a friend and then switch it afterwards, as as that performance, I felt he could have, been, "Hey, how you doing?" that kind of thing. And then when he actually gets to the point where he's listening to the recording. That's when he changes. But other than that, I was impressed. The politician, the acting politician, was actually quite good. He delivered it quite well.
Yeah, like you looked at him and you just thought, "Oh,
creepy."
God."
Yeah. And I think it's a good portrayal of those politicians who are at those positions, are still in those positions, who haven't obviously, they've been implicated from various sources, but still are free. And I think that, like you said, that word, that very greasy and really.
Smarmy, like, I've got friends in high places.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still doing
when he
well
picked up the alcohol and then the smile came across his face to pick up the gun, you thought, you knew it was coming.
It was kind of like, here comes the bad guy and he's going to give away what he's going to do next. I'm going to pour this drink and I'm going to take this gun. It almost
as soon as he walked over to draw, I thought, he's got to have a gun in there.
Yeah. But it did surprise me when the gun was empty, or when he tricked him. That was quite clever, I think.
Yeah,
he just sort of rolled the bullets out.
that.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. But one thing I didn't get, at the end when he woke up from it was a nightmare, obviously.
Yeah.
Yet he still receives a phone call. So I wasn't too sure whether it was like a Groundhog Day for them, whether they was trying to depict that, or whether there was some hidden meaning behind it. I don't know whether you guys picked up on that.
Yeah.
I thought of Dallas and Bobby. Like there was this whole thing about he got killed and then he wakes up and it was just a dream.
Right.
So to me it was like, oh, they've used that kind of like twist. It's just a dream. But then when he answered the phone call, it's like, how could he have dreamt about him being his son?
Like you said, a premonition of him being killed.
Yeah, for me, it was film can do that.
Yeah.
Film can just take you to a place. It's happened in his dream, and then he's woken up, and it's happened in real life.
Oh, okay.
And who knows? Like, relating back to the topic, for me, that could happen. These politicians could get brought to justice. So I think it's just bringing it back to reality, saying, for me, we've still got a task for the Sikh nation. We've still got to get somewhere. There's still a goal, and I think for me that's what that ending scene does.
It's interesting. So I think from a content perspective, it was fairly accurate. The actual events we read in reports by people like Insaf, the way they portrayed the numbers, the actual what they did to the people. To the Sikh people in November with attire, I think that was quite accurate how they described it.
Yeah, and I think they portrayed it in a good way, because like you see a lot of films that just raise awareness about the topic because it focused on a specific, pretty much two politicians, but the way they made it into one politician of using the names, I think they actually used the film quite well to portray the whole issue.
The thing I liked was the fact that when they were describing what happened to the family, they didn't actually show any images, and in a way I found that more effective, and almost it was still moving, but when you're left to your own imagination, sometimes it's actually more scary.
And also it sort of confirms and backs up what you've already read as well in the reports. Like you then get a picture of it, like you said, you left to your own imagination, and it's true when you get the same picture in your head, or when when somebody different is telling the events, yet the same images come up in your head of someone burning with a tie around their neck. I think that was quite good how they did that.
It reminded me a bit of Phone Booth in the fact that it was quite short and it was quite in one location as well. It brought back memories of that film.
Yeah, like I said, I think that's what did it justice. That's what made it really think. You're really intrigued and you wanted to know what happened. Yeah. If there had been a lot more, if it had been jumping from one scene to another, I don't think it would have had the same effect.
Yeah, and overall, although there were, like I said, we mentioned things about sound and some of the acting, I think the story was king. It did justice and it ruled over the whole. All the other stuff are minor issues in my opinion. And I think, like I said, we see loads of films based around this topic, and a lot of them raise awareness. A lot of them are good, but I think this one actually tops some of the ones I've seen this year anyway.